This conference will now be recorded.
You're all set.
Okay, welcome everybody. It's November 18th, 2020, 11 o'clock in the morning. And this is a meeting of the Darien 2020 Bicentennial Committee. Welcome everybody. We are recording and we'll give it to Jim Cameron after the meeting. So we are being televised. Thanks everybody for coming. I hope everybody is okay. This has been one incredible year. We've had two storms. We just got over a storm over the weekend. Like I said, I got a lot of damage to my property, but I hope everybody's okay. Thank you all for coming. We don't have a quorum. I don't think we're going to have a quorum today because a lot of people called up that they've got other commitments. So I doubt if we'll have a quorum, but if anybody had read the August minutes and if anybody has some comments on them, can we talk about it now and Jamie can revise it in the next meeting we have in December? Hopefully we'll have a quorum to vote on it. I'm good with the meeting. Well, I'm good with the meeting minutes. Anybody else? Everybody okay?
Second, yes.
Yes.
Okay, great.
Great.
Okay, so the first order of business, I think, is I had an agenda after the approval of minutes is the Heritage Day. So that's being postponed to May 15th, and the rain date is on the 16th. This is going to be a combination of Mather Homestead, the Museum of Darien, and of course the 2020 committee, and actually the First Congregational Church of Darien. So we will stage a kidnapping of the pastor. Ben's agreed to be kidnapped and give a little sermon, so that'll be good. In the 5th Connecticut Regiment, we'll be staging the kidnapping, but if anybody wants to be involved as a volunteer, we've got the good guys and the bad guys. So you get to, either you want to be a loyalist or a patriot. We're accepting applications.
Who's actually in charge of that one, Al?
Karen Bocadoro. So
Right.
she heads the 5th Connecticut Regiment. So she's
Okay.
in charge of that subcommittee.
I'll email her
Karen?
because
Yeah.
I know the students want to be part of it.
Oh, absolutely. That's great.
Great.
Yeah, absolutely.
Great.
So email her, but Maggie and I are involved, obviously, and Mia
That's
from
what
the
I
Mather
thought.
House is
Okay.
involved. But absolutely email Karen Bocador. Do you have her email?
Yep. Yep.
Okay. Do you know Karen?
Yep.
Oh, great. Okay. She does a lot with the kids too. She's with the Y. She works with the Y now with the kids and with the Episcopal Church here, St. Luke's, which my wife actually, when we first moved here, she was a nursery school teacher as well.
Wow. Yeah.
They're also doing a staging of the skirmish that occurred at the Mather House. So they'll be in the morning, they'll be at the Museum of Darien. We've got 8 stations that they're going to be doing. And we'll do this kidnapping there. And then in the afternoon, later on in the afternoon, everybody will be up at the Mather House. They'll have a cannon. I'm not sure if we can do a firing. Actually, we contacted the police and they're pretty on board that we can do the firing as long as it's a blank. So that's good. Anything else on the Heritage Day?
And the 5th Regiment's hopefully spending the night in the tents on the Mather property.
Yeah, right.
So people can see that, which is fun. But anyway.
Yeah, that'll be, so it'll be like that night, but then all day the next day we'll have food trucks. I got a list of food trucks that we can have. The Girl Scouts also said we can use their property, which is right next to the museum. So it should be a lot of fun. So hopefully this COVID thing will be over. Everybody, I think, has COVID fatigue by now.
Yeah.
Not a long time ago.
Al, can you just repeat those dates one more time, please?
May 15th, 2021. And the rain date is May 16th. So May 15th is a Saturday and May 16th is the following Sunday, next day.
Thank you.
The Weed Beach. I'm sorry,
Al,
go on.
I just wanted, I just signed on. I'm not sure if you can see me or anything, but I just want to let you know I'm here. Hi.
Great. Okay, Meg. So hi, Maggie. So Jamie's on, Jim Long's on, Caroline Lopez is on, Kate's on, Mia's on, Sarah Keena's on, and Maggie is on now, and Claire Hunter's on. So let me see if we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So actually, I think we do have a quorum now, 7. So there is a vote that I'd like later on to be taken, so that's good. So the next thing is the Weed Beach Festival.
Al,
So
do
that's
you want to go ahead and vote on the minutes then?
yeah. If everybody got a chance to look at the minutes, does anybody have any comments? Then I'm putting forward a motion to vote on accepting of the minutes of August 12th. Is there a second?
Second.
Okay, all those in favor of accepting the minutes as is, say aye.
Aye.
I.
Any negations? Any abstentions? Okay, then it's been accepted.
Thank you.
Thank you. The next order of business is the Weed Beach Festival, so that's been postponed to June 5th of 2021. Of course, Jamie, do you want to speak to this? If we're going to have it, obviously, this is going to be dependent on the Parks and Recs. It's their call, really. But
Yeah, at this time, I mean, of course, we are hoping to move forward. All of our vendors have confirmed that they are able to return on that date, so that's great news. Everyone is seemingly excited and hoping that it can happen. I think that we are kind of in the middle right now of some potential major changes, so I'm hopeful that maybe by the beginning of the new year, we'll have a little better feeling of the direction that we're headed, and we can kind of hit the ground running again as if we were moving forward. But at this point in time, I really don't have any good advice for the group, but we do have all of our vendors confirmed, ready to go on our new date in 2021.
great, okay. So next order of business is the Weed Beach Fest, anniversary day. That whole area was cleared for the tent and also just in general. I haven't taken a look at it after this storm. You know, there was a previous storm that we had and there was no damage to that property. So hopefully it's still clear, but we may have to do, you know, if there are trees down and everything, we may have to clear it some more in the spring. That's going to go forward. I think even if COVID is still an issue, we can have a smaller ceremony and televise it. That was never going to be a big ceremony. So hopefully that won't have to be postponed, even if
And that's
COVID is
June
still an issue.
12th?
That is June 12th. That's our actual anniversary day of the founding of the
Right.
town, of June 12th, and that occurs on a Saturday. So that's good. It'll be 1 week after Weed Festival. So now I'd like to give a real thank you to Maggie and Claire Hunter for their effort. And I don't know if everybody saw the New Canaan, Darien, and Rowayton magazine, but pick up a copy. There's a huge Darien 200. It's like, I don't know, a 10-page spread. It's really on the town, the history of the town, some things about the Museum of Darien in there, as well as a lot of facts, a lot of trivia, then and now. It's got the Costume Institute, something about Babs, and it's got all our bicentennial events listed.
Can I interject something here? I mean, Claire, we can't thank you enough. All honor to you. You just ran with it and got it done. And you know, with that huge memo that you put together, you pitched it. It was such a success. I can't thank you enough. I mean, it's a great piece that will be in our research library for years to come as a permanent piece. It's just great, and I can't thank you enough. And I'm sitting here. I'm not. I don't know if you could. Like, I have my sunglasses on. I just had my eye. I had like those dilating drops. So I'm not on acid. I'm just kind of like my irises are really big right now. I can't see. But anyway, just in case you were like, it's odd. But thank you so much, Claire. I really I can't thank you enough for taking that on and getting it across the finish line.
Oh, Maggie, you are so welcome. I think it turned out so well, and I'm happy. After it got pushed for several months, we really were a bit unsure about how it was going to end up and what they were going to actually publish in the end. We gave them a ton of content, so I think they did a really good job with it.
Well, you really ran with it, so we can't thank you enough. It's such a great piece. Thank you.
Oh, it's my pleasure.
Yeah, absolutely. It's astounding. I mean, the photographs, just the spread, the layout, a lot of content.
Where do we pick those up? The
You
magazine?
can pick it up at Commerce,
Commerce.
probably Whole Foods.
Okay.
You can pick it up at Barrett's. I got mine at Barrett Bookstore.
Oh, great.
You can definitely get it at Barrett's. It's New Canaan, Darien, and Rowayton magazine. I'm going to be sending out a thing on social media, on our 2020 social media things. I'm just waiting from some, I just had a question from the publishers, and when they respond, I'm going to go out on social media and tell everybody to go purchase it. But Claire did such an amazing job, and also Maggie had a lot of input, and also Elizabeth Hull, who worked for Waffly Media, who put the whole thing together, and she was the final author of it. So.
And Ken Reese too.
Ken Reese,
put a lot of time.
Absolutely. So the next thing is the time capsule. So we've got a lot of, Caroline did a lot of work, and Amanda from the library, but also everybody else in the subcommittee. Caroline, do you want to speak to it?
Sure. So we basically launched, the time capsule for submissions. There was a good press release that went out, so it was in the Darien Times and a bunch of other places. So basically, anyone from the community can now submit a reflection, either using the online form, or if they prefer in writing, they can drop it off at the library, and we'll be collecting all of those, and then all of those reflections will go into a book that will then be included in the time capsule. And then separately, we're working with the schools to kind of guide them in what objects they can put in. And once we have a better sense for all of that, we're going to figure out how big it needs to be and get all of that ordered. So that's where we are, but it's really nice to see it out, in the community. And we're going to be pushing it out, through our library channels. Peter Etter, who's on the subcommittee, has a lot of connections in town, so he's going to be pushing it through his. And we'll kind of just hopefully get a lot of responses. That's the plan.
Great, yeah. So here's if everybody can see, here's the little notice. Yep. In the Darien Times, it's also online. Michelle, thanks. Michelle, she put it on Facebook. It's in its entirety. We also thank the sponsors in there. She's working on putting it on Instagram and Twitter. It's a little hard because there's a character limit, and we exceed the character limit, but she's trying a couple of things to work that out. And like Carolyn said, Peter, I think, is going to put a notice in at home in Darien. Hopefully. So that's really good. And I'm sorry.
I'm just noticing, could we get the link on our page, on our DarienCT.gov page?
Yeah, absolutely.
In case people go there. Because I think I don't actually know where it lives right now. I think it's just like in all of these different press releases.
Yeah, and if it helps, I would, I'm going to be scheduling some email blasts to our membership, and I'll put like a link and a blurb about it as well. And I'll also ask, Michelle is also working on our social media as well, and on both platforms, I'll ask her to push that as well.
Okay.
Yeah, that's good. And the link that Caroline and Amanda from the library did is really, really swift. I mean, you click on it, um, you ask your name and a couple of things, and then you can submit in 200 words or less. And then it comes back with a PDF of what you submitted and a thank you. It's really, really cool. So this has been like a momentous year. Um, so yeah, definitely everybody submitted. And then we did go through Chris Tranberg. He's in the Board of Education, and he notified all the principals of all the schools. And we're asking all the schools to submit something to go into the time capsule. So I contacted Jamie Stevenson, and she's okay with the time capsule being stored at the Museum of Darien. And so is the Museum of Darien. Bob Pascal, the head of the board, they're the president, said they'd love to store it. So it'll be stored for 50 years at the Museum of Darien. So please, everybody, check out the link. I'll send out to all the volunteers and everybody the link, and let's get some submissions. So that's good. Sarah Woodbury also said possibly we could have a contest about the top 3, like maybe from the kids to be published maybe in the Darien Times or something. So we're going to be meeting later on the subcommittee on the time capsule. So there's a lot of good feedback about how to generate some interest about this stuff. So next item, is that it for anybody else? Questions on the time capsule?
Is there any deadline associated with it, Al? This is Claire.
Yeah, deadline is the end of the year as far as the submissions from the public. And the reason is because we need some time to put this book together.
Oh, end of this year. Uh-huh.
End of
December
this year,
31st. Yeah.
December 31st.
Okay.
From the school, since those just go into the time capsule, we don't have to obviously publish a book. Those would be objects that are going into the time capsule. That's going to be in mid-March. So we gave them a little bit more time. Yeah, but December 31st for the public submissions. So the next thing is the Heritage Trail. We selected the sites, 8 sites. We've got a couple of vendors that we've got bids on, estimates on. We did some stuff on the write-ups. Claire, thank you very much. But we really need a project manager to take this over and bring it to fruition. If anybody's interested, everybody on this call would be wonderful to lead this up. A lot of work has been done. Like I said, we've got the sites selected. We've got approvals for just about all the sites as well. But really taking it now and seeing it through, we need somebody to champion this. So if anybody knows of anybody who would be good as a project manager, or if anybody would like to volunteer, we'd love to have you. The next thing is the finances, just a general discussion. I just have a couple of things. The finances, we're still just about the same as before. We're right at above our estimates. We're a little bit short of our estimates. However, if all the sponsors come through, we'll be at our estimates. We'll be a little bit over our estimates. So that's very good. We haven't really pinged a couple of sponsors who haven't paid yet, because things are so far up in the air about next year. So we're going to wait till they flesh out a little bit and then kind of ping them for that. We did receive the banners for the cake. Thanks, Jamie, for putting that together. They look fantastic. And thank you, Hollow
They
Trees.
arrived finally.
Yeah, right. Hollow Tree Storage, thank you very much. They've been storing the cake in one of their big storage facilities in town. They've agreed now, because of COVID, all our events are now next year. They've agreed to store it for another year, the cake. So thank you very much.
That's
The
awesome.
next thing, Sarah's been really working hard. I hope everybody's seen the 2 new products she has. She's got the new flag and these wonderful medallions. I've got a couple. There they are. They're really, really exceptional.
The ornaments.
So Sarah, you want to take it over?
So the ornaments arrived, and we've been slowly bringing it to the public. I put it on some Instagram, Facebook, you name it, and telling everybody to pass it along. We have some at Barrett, limited supply there just because they're being very kind and letting us have some space, but that's been moving along. I have an email, so pass it along to anyone. It's Darien 2020 merch@gmail, and people have been ordering from that. So I'm constantly on that and putting together Ziploc bags full of ornaments and or the flags. The flags, this is wrapped up. These are a smaller version of what is hanging in town. They are about 14 by 17. Because a lot of people wanted flags, but they didn't want to spend the money on a large flag. And these are sort of fun. You can hang them off the boat or kids in their room. Needless to say, I have lots of it, so pass it along, please. It's a great present for people. I'm giving it to some of my clients, so for all you clients hearing this, you're getting it. I would like to ask the committee if they would allow me to comp a flag and an ornament to each of the 3 designers. I think that would be nice. One of the mothers did email me saying she wanted one, and I said, I'll get you one. So if it's all right with everyone, I'd like to be able to comp them that. Any thoughts on that?
Yeah, so
absolutely. Please.
Yeah, I agree completely. So just so everybody knows, we should vote on this. It's so a flag and a medallion, an ornament for 3 people is so it's 15 for the flag, 20 for the ornament. So that's 105, right, Sarah?
That's the actual, yes, the retail
5,
price.
60.
That's what we're selling them for, yes.
That's what we're, yeah, so that's what we're voting on, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So I would like to put forward to buy for the 3 volunteers who did the logos, the 3 kids, to buy an ornament and a flag for each one of the kids. That's a total of $105. Is there a second to that motion?
A second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Thank you. Aye.
All those opposed say no. Any abstentions? So that passed.
Great.
Unanimous.
Thank you so much. So get the word out. I've got lots of them. I actually have some help from a neighbor who is driving these around because people are ordering them, but then they don't come get them. So minor problem.
Me?
Oh, yeah. Anyhow, so I do have help from a neighbor who is going to be driving around and putting them in mailboxes. So in case you get your SMEA, you'll know where it came from. So the more we can get out there, the better. Any questions, let me know.
Hey, Sarah, I have a question. This is Jamie. Would you be able to send me just like a very not beautiful breakdown of what you have, like the different colors of the hats and stuff and all the pricing, and I will get it on the town's website because we have a Bicentennial page and our merchandise isn't listed, so I could lay out the merchandise with your email. And I think that that's kind of like a go-to. We've been getting some calls about it and I've been able to either answer them or direct them to you, but I think that would be like helpful for people.
Yes, and I actually have some pictures of all of it.
Awesome.
So I will put that together for you and send it to you because when people email me and say, what do you have? I send them the picture.
Okay, perfect.
And yes, I did call that person.
Thank you.
Sarah,
Most
Jim
of the time
Long.
I can answer the questions, but she was a little intimidating. I'm like, okay, you got
It's all right, I got it.
Sarah.
Hey, Sarah, Jim Long. If you send it to me, I can get it out through the DMA also.
Right. Well, the picture I used is the one that we took at the meeting there. So
Yeah,
that's
I
great.
saw that, but I don't have it on my computer.
No worries. I will send you that. It's actually 3 different pictures, so I'll send it. I sort of just cut and paste them into emails and then send it to everybody. So I will do that to you as well.
Great, thank you.
Oh, that'd be great, Jim. Because I know the last time Sarah was there, a lot of people bought T-shirts and hats, right?
Right.
And these
Sold out.
ornaments are wonderful for Christmas ornaments. They're absolutely stunning.
They're
Of course,
great.
I
They're
Do something
great.
like that. I'm sure a lot of people
just
would
left
buy it.
that meeting and asked them to make a donation to something else. So, but asking for money never hurts.
Well, this is in a donation. It's actually buying,
Well, that's true.
buying
That's
something.
Great.
Yeah, and Sam, I'll also add it to, I am planning on getting a series of email blasts out about the 1820 book, and I will also add this to those email blasts.
Oh, good. I'll send you the pictures, Maggie.
Great, thank you.
So this is a general discussion, just opening it up. Does anybody else have anything they want to bring up? So we'll have another meeting is scheduled for December. I think that's good. I'll try to have it short. I was thinking about canceling. What is everybody's thoughts on a December meeting? We should have it, or yeah? Okay.
A lot can
Al?
change between now and
Yeah.
December.
Yeah.
Al, it's Kate Larson.
Right.
I'm just wondering, and maybe with the rush of the holidays, now is not the right time, but if the rescheduled dates have been set, I was sort of the person who was in touch with our elected officials to share those dates. Do you think that we should put together a save the date or just plan to do that maybe in January? Because between, for the federal people, there's the inauguration and, there's the holidays and everything else. I don't want to get it to get lost in the shuffle.
Yeah, we definitely have to do that. Why don't we wait till like January? Because I think we'll have a better idea about the vaccine. And,
Mhm.
I'm a little concerned with the May 15th date, if that'll be okay for the Heritage Day, because that's going to be hundreds of people are going to show up.
Yeah.
So yeah, why don't we do that? That's a good idea.
Okay.
Let's do
I
it in
just wanted
January
to
because
bring it up.
yeah, I don't know. I think I forwarded you the email. I think Matt, the
Yeah.
scheduler for Matt Blumenthal, asked if we were still planning on having
Yeah.
one of our events. Oh, the Heritage Day was going to be in September, I think. And
Yeah.
I said, so we definitely have to let them know, but
Yeah.
I think let's do that in January when things
All
are a little
right.
more settled.
Great. I just, since that was in sort of my hat, I just want to make sure I wasn't dropping the ball.
Okay, no, you never dropped the ball. Okay. Anything else? Anybody have anything else? Okay, then I put forward a motion to adjourn. Is there a second?
A second.
Okay, all those in favor say aye.
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 Any, all those opposed say nay. Any abstentions? Okay, everybody, the meeting is officially over. Jamie, you close it out.